Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 10th layout using the Mayhip kit. This one took me 1 hour and 26 minutes to complete. I did grab a distress stain and a paint from a previous kit, and then I took my distress inks from my stash in the sponge sugar, and I put it up to the camera there so you can just rewind it and look at it again. I had a ton of pink embellishment left in the kit, and it wasn't I didn't figure it was going to get all used up. And you know me, when I get to the end of the kit, I want there to be like nothing left. Now, today is June 25th, June 25th, June 26th. And I have done my Killikit video for my May kit. So by the time you see this, it'll be like old news, like it's all done. So I'm happy. I got tons of videos to upload for while I'm on vacation because I won't have very much time to scrapbook. So I'm trying to do all these voiceovers so that I can still release a video every second day. And you guys won't even notice that I'm gone. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Amy Tangerine pattern paper with the white and the black polka dots, and I added some clear gesso. I spread it all over the layout, and then I'm just drying it. Now, I wasn't too sure what I was going to do, so I started with the clear gesso. I end up putting white gesso over top, but you know, again, I don't know what I'm going to do when I start these layouts. I just knew I had all these pink embellishments, no pink pattern paper left to talk about, like there's hardly anything. So I just knew I wanted to use all the embellishments on this page. Now first, I'm going to take the distress stain. I put it on some packaging, and I'm going to spread out throughout the layout. I use my heat tool to dry it up, but I also use my roll of paper towel. I just roll on top of it, and it just kind of absorbs a lot of the moisture, and your paper towel looks it looks wonderful after. I love it. Keep trying to think of ways that I could use that paper towel into a layout because, it looks awesome at the end of it because it has so many splotches of different colors. But anyway, so I added some smooches to the background, and now you can tell I just threw all the pink stuff in the middle, and I'm going, okay, what am I going to do with that? So I noticed that I had cut one of those tags because it had an orange ampersand, and I had two because one was from a pattern paper and the other one I believe was maybe a 6x6 pattern paper. They were both Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss, and so I had two of them. So I had cut it to an angle, both of them, so I end up just cutting that off. Mason was coming over, so I was checking to see if that was Mason. I'm sorry, you had to see my head there, and he must have been there because I stopped the recording. And so when I came back, I decided I'm just going to glue everything down. So I'm taking all the different pieces, and I decided to take my Tombow Mono Multi, whatever it's called. It's got a big name, but it's just the white glue with the green caps. That's the one I'm using. So now I'm just trying to figure out, it's like a big puzzle. I'm trying to take everything that's left of these embellishments. A lot of it was cut apart too, so I didn't mind if I was using it as basically what I'm doing. I don't have any pattern papers to talk of, so I'm just taking all the die cuts and I'm making my own pattern paper to back the photo. And I'm using quite a bit of glue to put it down because I know that I'm going to do some mixed media over top because they're all pink, yes, but they're all different pinks, and so that they all match together, I'm going to put some white gesso over top, and then I'm going to put some more mixed media over top of that. So it's going to take me a few minutes to get that done, and basically, like I said, it's like a puzzle, but I don't want to cut it out because I want you guys to see the process. You see me bringing back the photo, saying, okay, is this going to fit? Is that's not going to fit? And then I just keep rearranging stuff. And I think you'll notice that I cut very little out of my process videos, and there's a reason for that. A couple of reasons. One, I don't have a lot of time. So for me to kind of proof the videos and go through it and see what I could cut out, it would mean that I would get less process videos out there. Like from June 12th till today, I think I only got 3 or 4 days off, and most of those were days where I had to sleep because I had done the night before. And I'm trying to do process, voiceovers into that also. And then right now I'm 2 days off. I work tomorrow and then a day off, and then I go back to my rotation. So not a lot of days that I can do, a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to cram as many things as I can in these days off, because, I still have to do laundry. I wish I didn't have to do laundry, but I do. And then I still have to, do the vacuum and dishes, bathroom. Ew, not fun, but it needs to be done, right? So what I do is in between, I come up here and I get a video, upload it to my iMovie. I go do something else. And when it's all done, then I do the process video. I do the voiceover. I get it to process. While it processes, I go do something else. And because right now we're leaving in a week. I can't believe it. A week. But by the time this comes up, we might already be gone. But anyway, and I want to still put videos while I'm gone, so it'll be like I never left. And so I have enough layouts done to last me the whole time I'm gone. I can't believe, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but I was able to do it. So yay. And so now I have to do the voiceovers. You'd think it'd be the layouts that take a long time to do. It's not. It's the voiceovers. That's what takes forever. And for people that do videos, you'll agree with me, I'm sure. It's the voiceovers that take a long time. And the videos, you're scrapping anyway, and it's filming, so, it just gets done. But the voiceovers, and I love doing it. It's not as if I feel that it's a chore, because if I felt like it was a chore, I have to be honest, I wouldn't do it, right? But I love doing it. So, but it is, it does take time. So I hope you'll forgive that, I don't cut a lot of stuff out. But also, I like to leave everything in. One, you see actually how long that these videos take. I look at some of them and I'm like, what? That didn't take them long at all. And then it kind of makes me wonder, do they cut a lot out? I don't cut anything out, and it kind of shows. It's still fast. It's like 22 minutes. But I tell you, this one took me an hour and a half, and I don't think I would want to talk through an hour and a half of video either. Now, if I was doing real time, then that'd be different, right? Like when I work on my class for September, there's going to be a lot of real time, a lot of, there's going to be speed up. Again, I don't want to cut stuff out, because something that I find, trivial, maybe somebody else will go, yes, that's what I wanted to know, to be able to do. So anyway, kind of went off on a little rabbit trail there, but I just want to let you know that was one of the main reason why I don't cut stuff out, because there's a lot of stuff that maybe I don't mention with my voice, with my mouth, like Mason would say, but that you actually see and you go, oh, yes, that's what I want to know about layering, or that's what I wanted to know about, how they figure out where to put the stuff, is because they keep bringing the photo back. It doesn't magically happen. But anyway, back to the layout. So now, like I said, it took me a few minutes. I got all that stuff glued down. Now, I love those 4x6 Project Life cards. The grid one, lately I am all over them. I rearranged my Rascog, and they're sitting right in there, so they're very accessible. I'm very much a scrapper, that I use stuff that is accessible to me. And yes, I'm still working on cleaning out my room, but as I just said, I've been working a lot. So Not very much time today. I put a half an hour into my room and it felt good. My desk looks so lovely now. But, you know, um, it's a work in process. And yes, I will share what it looks like when it's all done. And I'm even doing the drawers and stuff. So it's going to take me a while. So I hope you're not expecting like next week, because it's not going to happen next week. Now we're getting ready to, go on vacation, which, by the way, we still don't know where we're going, but that's okay. So at one point, I just walked away. I didn't know what I wanted to do anymore. I was at a total loss, so I walked away. And a lot of time that's what I do. Once I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm going to do, instead of spending another 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour, pondering, what should I do? I just walk away, go do something else, the dishes, laundry, something else. And then I come back. And then usually by that time, I kind of know, okay, now you're going to do this. It doesn't mean that I know everything what I'm going to do, but at least my brain is got away from it and coming back. And I have to tell you, I so wish it would have taped, but it didn't tape. I got supper ready and I came upstairs and I did this voiceover, and my husband got home. So my son came to tell me that my hubby was home, and I heard him coming, so I turned it off. But if I wouldn't have, I would have totally left it in. So he opened the door and he said, "Hey, everyone." So I wish it would have stayed, but no, it wasn't there. I had turned it off before he walked in. But anyway, it was so cute. And he was laughing. He said, "Oh, that would have been so funny." But anyway, it didn't work. So now that I have the white gesso over top, because I want to tone down those colors, I'm using the paint that came in an add-on kit a few months ago, and it's called Shell Pink. Oh, I love it. I've used that paint so much, and I still have a ton left. And I use it, like that when I smoosh it on the pattern paper. I use it with modeling paste, which I'm going to do in a few minutes. And I absolutely love the color. I think those are probably my favorite. And it's not as if it adds, I guess, material, right, to add on your layout, but it makes it so that you can do different things. And what I love is at the end of the month, my goal is to kill all the embellishments and all the paper. Well, I can't kill all the mixed media stuff. So the paints and the stains and all that stuff, I can't kill that. So what happens is I just move it forward and forward and forward. So this month, the color add-on was a bright blue, a bright yellow, and a green. Well, with this layout, I didn't want bright stuff. I just wanted pinks. So I just brought the two colors that I had. And actually, there was a Dilutions ink too that I could have brought forward that we got in a kit. And I could have used it on this layout too. So what I just did there, I just took up my modeling paste, and it's super cheap modeling paste. I have to say it's not my favorite, but I bought it. I think it was $5 or $6 for that giant tub. So I'm not going to run out soon. And I mixed it with some pink paint, the Shell Pink paint, Ranger's paint. And now I'm using the Amy Tangerine templates, the one with the arrowheads, or triangles, I guess. And I put it to the top right and bottom left of the layout. And the picture that I'm going to use on this layout is just, we took Mason to the zoo early June, I believe it was. Yes, very early June. And I took like 200 pictures that day. We had gone to Josh's school. They were having, come see the school day, because it's a brand new school. They've only been in it for a few months, and like 3 or 4 months. And Mason so wanted to see school. So it was a perfect weekend for him to come, because they had that you could go see the school. And then we took him to the zoo. And we took him to the zoo last year. And I can't, actually my daughter was kind of a little upset, because she was like, he's not even enjoying this. And I said, the kid is 1.5. No, he's not going to enjoy this. Like, He had a soccer ball. He was kicking. He'd look at the animals and go, whatever, I said, wait till next year. He's so going to enjoy this. And he did. This year, he totally enjoyed it. And I talked to him last night, and we talked about the zoo again. And he talked about, well, actually, he talked about more about how Katie and Pat were there. But he did talk about the lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my, again. And so we're going to have him again in a couple of weeks. And I think we might go camping with him. But then I have him again in August. So I think we're going to take him again to the zoo. Whatever. It's fun. It's a nice, relaxing afternoon. And I think we might take him to the butterfly thing again, because we took him last year. Yes, he loved it. But, there's only so many things to do in this small town. Well, it's not small, but it's small. I think I haven't checked how many people live in this city. Okay, I had to stop the recording and check. So I checked. Last year it was 146,000 people. So, it's not a small city, but, there's only so many things you can do. We want to take him to the park. And like I said, take him camping. So plenty of photo opportunities to come, right? Can't wait. That's why I love summer. Winter, it's always the same thing, which, don't get me wrong, I love hockey. So it's hockey. All winter long hockey. I don't do much else but work, stay in the house, and go to hockey games. And then I do a ton of scrapbooking because I don't do much because I hate the cold. Hate it. So now I'd taken one of those little plastic banners that came in the pink. No, that was Dear Lizzie. We had a bunch of acetates and they were all colored. So this one is sort of a deep pink, and I'm going to put the title over that. And I just put Hello You. And then I'm going to put a few enamel shapes that are little arrowheads in pink. I had a few left, so I'm going to use them on this layout. Now, there was one chipboard sticker that was pink. So I'm going to use it on this layout. I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to use it to build my clusters. And I love using frames for that to build clusters. And then I'm going to use, everything that's those pink acetates, I'm just going to use it on this layout. And I love that. There was one pink and white striped chipboard heart, and I'm going to put it with this cluster of the title. And at this point, I didn't know I was going to use that chipboard frame. I'm going to pull it out here in a minute. I keep moving the heart from the top cluster to where I want to put my title, but I'm going to put it with my title because my title is fairly small. So I'm going to kind of put that heart there to kind of bring attention to where the title is, and it's right next to the photo, so that kind of helps too. And there's quite a few clusters on this layout. I wanted to use some of those tags. I had 2 pink tags left from Amy Tangerine, so I'm going to use it in 2 different little clusters. And then I'm going to use as many acetates in pink as I possibly can. But if you noticed, I kept all my embellishment clusters. I contained it to that strip, within the strip. So a little bit pokes out at the top, but none of it is, to the very top of the layout or to the very bottom. And I just wanted all my layout to be sort of centered. I find, or not centered, but to the top third of the layout. I'm very much so, I always say I don't like white space. I'm trying to embrace the white space a little bit more. So I'm trying to contain my stuff. And I find, I find a lot. I'm noticing, see how I changed that up there, that even if you've been scrapping for a long time, like my son is going to be 16, I started when he was pregnant, so 17 years, I can't pinpoint what my style is my style is it changes. If I would flip through some of my albums, oh my goodness, has it ever changed over the years? And because I did classes for 10 years, a lot of times I did pages because of subjects that I wanted to touch on or different techniques I wanted to touch on. So not necessarily that, it was my style, but just because I like to try new things and change it up and always, do a little different. And I know that, I scrap with kits, but it's new stuff that comes every month. And another thing it does, it forces me to um, use what I have, like the stuff that I have. I use it to its maximum and or to till it's all gone, not maximum, but till it's all gone. And it's forcing me to think outside the box, I think. And that's why I like it. I'm not saying that I'm never, I have a ton of stuff. So yes, I am going to be scrapping with my stuff, definitely. It's just that we thought for sure we were going to sell, and because of family things, which I might discuss on another video. The video is going to end here. We're not going to build this summer. Sad, cry. But life is life. It is what it is. So I'll talk about it on another video because this is done. So a lot of my stuff is packed up because I thought we were going to build. But anyway, so I'm going to be scrapping with kits for a little longer. But that's okay. Life, throws you stuff and you just have to roll with it. And that's it. That is my layout. And here are some few close-ups. And thanks you so much for watching. And I hope you're having a fabulous summer. I know I am. Thanks for watching. Bye.